Dave, is it quite sunk in yet to be known as the champions and have enjoyed the weekend's party?
Yeah, it was great. Last weekend was brilliant for everyone concerned, whether that was the players, staff, the fans, everybody around the place, a real buzz. And we enjoyed that for a few days, and now it's back to the normal week again and preparing for Airdrie. It'll be a really tough game there. So, yeah, we've still got a lot to focus on towards the end of the season. So we've enjoyed that side of it, and now we'll focus on Airdrie again. We can enjoy it again at the end of the season.
I know we briefly touched on it after Saturday's match, but again, as you said, with the kind of euphoria of it all, it was probably a bit of a blur, but having had a chance to sit down, look back over it, how did you view the performance against Queen of the South? I think you mentioned at the time it was probably our best home performance of the campaign.
I think so. It's certainly the most goals we've scored at home. It's something we've been picking up on throughout the season. We've not been scoring enough. At home we've struggled to break teams down when they come and be really defensive, and I think the way Queen of the South came and had a real go at us, it became a pretty open game, and I think that's when we're at our best, when it opens up the pace we've got in the team and the sort of counter-attacks that we can create. Then we caused them real problems there, and I felt as though we could have probably scored more than 5 in the day, but it was a great performance, and to win the league with a performance like that was extra special.
And as you said, heading into this weekend against Airdrieonians, we've known how tough the 3 games against them in the campaign have been, especially away to Airdrieonians with the 4-3 game the last time. You'll be hoping it's maybe a little bit less hectic this time around?
Yeah, Airdrie are an excellent side, and they're the form team again. Just like when we played Queen of the South last week, who were the form team in the league, then we've now got Airdrie, who are the form team in the league, and they've been flying, they've been scoring. I think they've got about 24, 25 goals in their last 6 games, which is incredible. So we know they pose a threat. They were 3-0 up against us the last time we visited them. So we know the strengths that they've got, and they can really hurt teams in their day. They play good football. So we have to be right at it, or else we could be facing our second defeat of the season if we're not.
Guys last week came off the bench and really shown, as we've mentioned throughout the course of the season, the strength and depth within the squad and the quality that they have. Should we expect to see some of the guys play on Saturday or throughout the remainder of the season?
There'll be changes throughout the next 3 games, but we've done that the full season. There's very rarely, I think, we've played the same starting 11 week to week. So I think the quality of the squad that we've got, the depth of the squad, that we can make changes, and it certainly doesn't weaken the team. So there'll be changes, I'd imagine, from last week's starting 11, and there'll be changes for the Clyde game, and we take every game in isolation, and we're not just going to make 7-8 changes for the sake of it and throwing a team together that way. There'll be continuity with a lot of the bases of the squad, and there might be 1 or 2 changes from last week, but say we've done that all season, so it's nothing different from what we've been doing.
In terms of generic team news, is it just Reece Breen that misses again this weekend?
Yeah, Breeny's obviously season's over. He started running and stuff. He's looking good. He doesn't need an operation, which is a big boost for us. So, yeah, he's the only one missing at the minute, and everybody else is fit and ready to go.